Tonight, the BRR Saturday Series travels west to a venue that it has never raced at before. Heir to the proud tradition of short track racing in the Los Angeles Basin, the Irwindale Speedway opened its gates in 1999, following the closing of the famed Ascot Speedway 9 years earlier. Fans and competitors couldn't have dreamed they'd have it so good. While Ascot was a gritty dirt track that harkened back to the oldest traditions of short track racing, Irwindale is clean, modern, and filled with amenities for drivers, crews, fans, and sponsors. The facility features banked, paved half-mile and third-mile oval tracks and a state-of-the-art loose-gold lighting system that makes racing at night just like racing during the day. A Bose sound system ensures that everyone in the 15,000-seat grandstand can hear the announcer over the roar of the race engine. NASCAR Late Model Stock Car Series and Legend Cars are among the large number of classes that compete regularly at Irwindale. Others include USAC midgets and sprint cars, super modified, super late models, trucks, mini stocks, to say nothing of drawing big crowds for drifting events and serving as the site for the world record-setting run by a radio-controlled car at 111 miles per hour. While Angelinos call it their hometown short track, Irwindale draws national attention for two of its annual special events. As the inheritor of short track racing tradition in Southern California, Irwindale hosts the legendary Turkey Night Grand Prix, a series of Thanksgiving Day weekend races for midgets and sprint cars that goes back to the 50s. And since 2003, the half-mile oval has hosted a NASCAR Toyota All-Star Show. Tonight, the BRR Saturday Series makes its first stop at a short track. This is not some Hollywood script, but fender-banging, tire-smoking, short-track action. This is close-quarters competition as everyone fights for that top spot, and tempers will flare. So grab a drink and some popcorn, and let's let Arnold kick this off.
Welcome to California.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and any other creatures, terrestrial or non-terrestrial, that may be watching. Welcome to the BRR Saturday Series. Tonight we are running at a track we have never raced at before. That is Irwindale in California. This is the local short track for people living in the LA area. This is the first short track of the season for the Saturday Series. So it should be interesting. Lots of bumping and banging, and we'll see how these guys do. We're just a little over a minute left for practice before we'll start qualifying. We are experiencing some technical difficulties right now due to weather, so the stream may or may not disappear at any given time if I lose power, so just be aware that that's a possibility. Hopefully the weather will hold off long enough that we don't have to worry about that. So you can see Stephen Gibson Jr. is at the top of the board, followed by Jared Heasley, Michael Whiting, Richie West, and the Manslammer, William Mann Jr. in the top five. Currently not a lot of separation between the 1st and 14th runner, so this does look like it's going to be a very close and competitive race, so it'll be interesting to see. Again, this is a track that we have never visited before. Part of the California Swing. The Cup guys will be running at Fontana tomorrow night on How to Suck at iRacing, broadcast by Doug Burns, so I do recommend you go check that out. Practice is over, and we are going to start qualifying here. We'll see who's the first one on the track. And first one out is the Manslammer, William Mann Jr., followed by Jeff Hinkle. And it looks like Michael Whiting and Vern Spring have also made their way on track. Gerald Poole, Jared Heasley, Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel, and Richie West are also now on track. Michael Whiting has jumped to the top of the board to start here, but let's see as guys get more laps in. Quite often on these short tracks, it takes a lap to get the tires up to temperature, so your first lap's not always necessarily your quickest. Thanos has completed his 2 qualifying laps, sitting currently second on board. Richie West has moved up to third, Vern Spring fourth, and the Manslammer down to fifth. Because this is a new track, we don't have a lot of data as far as how the tires are going to react or if there's going to be a lot of fall off or not, so that will be interesting to see as we go on in the race. The one thing I did notice from a few laps of practice I took this week here is that the cars are a little free on entry on new tires, so they're going to have to be careful working on the brake bias to dial some of that rear brake out of the car so they don't spin out at the early laps on fresh tires. Looks like Jason is the last one on track right now. Several drivers have elected to not qualify, including Jared Heasley, Donald Durrance, Stephen Gibson Jr., and Albie Hewins. Looks like the Manslammers fans have showed up, which is good to see. Definitely always good to have Manslammer in a race. He, if nothing else, will keep you entertained. Heck of a race car driver, too. Yes, Jason is back for this season. Let's see how it goes. It's Crazy Canadian can also make things a little bit interesting, but for reasons other than what the Manslammer does. And as is Jason's custom, he'll try and spend the entire qualifying session just turning more laps. The more laps you can turn, the more comfortable you become with the car, so it's not a bad strategy. Doesn't look like Wild Bill Percy made it into the race tonight. Probably racing his own dirt car, so that would explain it. But he was fighting with Jason for the top spot in points with just 2 races in. This is the 3rd race of the season. Qualifying should be wrapping up here in just a minute. We'll get you the full field rundown. And here we go. On the pole, Michael Whiting with Gerald Poole outside front row. Richie West and Vern Spring make up the second row. DJ Kinner and William Mann Jr. on the third row. Jeff Hinkle and Jason Rome on the fourth row. Michael Smith and Nicole Creasel make up the fifth row, rounding out your top 10. Albie Hewins in 11th, Jared Heasley 12th, Donald Durrance 13th, Stephen Gibson 14th. That rounds out your field for tonight. As they are grading up, we'll take a quick look at track conditions. This is just shy of a half mile in length. Banking is fairly flat for a short track, so they do have to use a little bit of braking. Temperatures in the mid 80s for air temperature. Track temperature looks like just shy of 110 degrees, so definitely warm in the LA basin today. We'll pull up the field rundown here. As the short track should be 2 laps, pace laps before they turn them loose. This will be 120 laps. They have 4 sets of tires total, so 1 set on the car and 3 sets laying in the pits. Hopefully it'd be nice to see green flag pit stops, but being a short track, I don't think that's much of a possibility. Oh, it does look like the lights are off on the pace car, so it's a short restart or short start. Pit road entry is actually kind of different. It is in as you enter turn 3 and then exit out of turn 2. The pace car is off. Michael Whiting has them under control. We should see the green flag in just a second here. And green flag, we're underway. This track does offer a couple of different grooves. You can run high, you can run in the middle, and you'll even see some people dipping below the white line on the apron there. That is not out of bounds for this track, so any part of the track surface short of the grass is usable. Looks like a clean start. Kind of single filed out. DJ, the Iceman Kinners, on the inside. Looks like he's fallen back into the 5th position. Yeah, he's going to stay underneath Vern Spring other than swing up behind him. Still trying to move his way forward. Just ride on the roof of the Manslammer so he can see this battle for 4th and 5th going on. And now DJ slides up in front of him. Preferred groove is probably the higher line to save tires, but you can make some time on the bottom if your car's handling well. A little further back in the field, we've got Jared Heasley running the high line. Looks like Donald Durrance is down low. That's the fight for 10th position right there. And Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel is running right behind in 12th. Jared got a little high there, may have scraped the wall. Yeah, it does look like he's got a little bit of damage on that right side. Nothing that should hurt him, just removed a little paint. Go a little farther up here, look for the points leader. Jason Rome is running 7th currently. He's up 1 position from his starting spot. Top 5 is Michael Whiting, Gerald Thanos Poole, Richie Yellow West, Vern Spring, and the Manslammer, William Mann Jr. Currently, Stephen Gibson doesn't look like he actually took to the track. Not showing any telemetry for him. Not sure what's going on there. He may have been having some issues too. I believe he's from Florida also, so he's suffering from the same weather that the rest of us are. Get some onboard telemetry. You'll see they slow quite a bit. It's about mid 60s in the middle of the corner, accelerating up over 150, 114 miles an hour down the straightaway. Jeff Hinkle's behind him, just kind of taking it easy as he usually does. He's one of the better ones at saving tires. Currently, the top 5 is the same: Michael Whiting, Gerald Thanos Poole, Richie West, Vern Spring, and the Manslammer. DJ Kinner running 6th, Jason Rome 7th, Jeff Hinkle 8th, Michael Smith 9th, and Jared Heasley in 10th. Donald Durrance just behind in 11th. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in 12th. And Albie Hewins in 13th. And again, it does not look like Stephen Gibson Jr. took to the grid. And we have a spin and a caution. Let's see if we can. It looks like Vern Spring might have just got a little too much power off the corner there. You see he can just slightly turns around. Spins to the inside. Doesn't look like he had any hard contact, but it was enough to bring the caution out. So 15 laps in. I doubt they're going to come for tires at this point. It is a 120 lap race and they only have 3 extra sets to spread. So a little too soon for tires unless somebody thinks it's going to go green the rest of the way, in which case it may be worth the gamble. But that would be a big gamble. Let's see if we can pull the Manslammer in. Talk with him, see how his race is going for him. William Mann, this is Mark in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey, how's it going, Mark?
It's going well. Obviously going well for you. You're up 2 positions, up into 4th. How is this race starting to pan out now that you've gotten a few green flag laps under your belt?
It's kind of like I thought it would. It's really hard to pass. You kind of got to make sure you don't run over the guy in front of you, and while also hoping he slips up just enough so you can stick your nose either the outside or the inside, whichever works best for you. I'm more of a hot topside runner, so I need them to go low and get out the way, basically.
So how does tire wear during practice and with just the few laps that you have gotten on them?
If you push it too hard, it's definitely an issue. I try to run a good, 10, 20 lap span where I just kind of paste it. And I didn't tear them up too bad. So.
All right. Looks like you're going to go back green, so I'll put you back in there. Good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
Appreciate you. Sounds good.
Green flag in the air. Michael Whiting takes off again. Richie West outside. Looks like the Manslammer picked up another spot, up 3 now into 3rd. Jason Rome 4th, and Gerald Poole slipped back a couple spots into 5th. And you can see the different lines that they run, low, middle, and high. Starting to sort themselves back out again. It does look like what Manslammer was saying, that they do run a little, the high groove seems to be the preferred groove to run. "20 laps complete, working on lap 21. Again, your top 5 is Michael Whiting, Richie West, William Mann Jr., Jason Rome, and Gerald Poole. DJ Kinner's running 6th, Michael Smith 7th, Jeff Hinkle 8th, Jared Heasley 9th, and Vern Spring up to 10th. Gerald Poole fifth, putting a little pressure on Jason Rome for that fourth position. You can see the cars just the back of them darting around a little bit. That's usually when you get on the power a little too hard that it'll try and spin those rear tires. Let's go in the cockpit of Jeff Hinkle right now. He's slipped back to 10th place as Jared Heasley just got past him. See what Jeff sees. There's Jared on the outside in the Plum Crazy Mopar. Beautiful color. Good to see Dodge back on track representing. .25 complete, working lap 26 of 120. Jared's looking low underneath Vern Sprang, just can't quite get that run off that he needs. As the Manslammer was saying, need to have a little help from the guy making a mistake or something to try and help complete the pass. It's tough to pass. Ooh. Vern was real loose there coming off the corner. Got onto the power just a little too much. That might have been the mistake that Jared was looking for. Jeff's looking to pounce now. He's got Albie right behind him in the Mario Brothers paint scheme. Have to take a look at that. It's a nice looking car. You know, up front, Michael Whiting still has the lead. Richie's been putting a little bit of pressure on him, though. It's good to see William Mann Jr. running third, Jason Rome fourth, DJ Kinner now up to fifth as Joe slipped back to sixth. Michael Smith seventh, Vern Sprang eighth, Jared Heasley ninth, and Jeff Hinkle running 10th. Albie Hewins is 11th, Donald Durrance 12th, and Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel is running 13th. And caution is back out. Looks like Donald Durrance has had a incident. Oh, car gets a little loose, does that little death wobble. He turned it around. Oh, and then Nicole comes in and just catches him in the left rear. He does get it going again, so looks like he should be able to continue. And the leaders are making pit stops. And it looks like Richie West and Michael Whiting also had an incident. Let's see what happened here. I'm guessing that they checked up for the pace car, but not quick enough. These cars sometimes do not want to stop as fast as you want them to. Oh, and Michael held up for the pace car, and Richie just got into the back of him. That should not be a problem, though. That was incidental contact. Michael Whiting is first off pit road. The Manslammer comes off second. Let's see if we can grab the leader right now. There we go. Michael, this is Mark up in the broadcast booth. Do you have me?
I do.
So you pretty much led this thing flag from the start to this point here. how is this race playing out for you? Is this a strategy? Are you just trying to keep it up front, or what's going on?
Just trying to keep it off the wall at this point.
Is tire wear an issue? And they're going back racing. I'm going to put him back out. Sorry about that. They are back to green. The short caution periods are definitely making it difficult to get talking with the drivers. And that put William Mann got the jump on the restart because I was distracting Michael, unfortunately. Jason Rome second, Jason Rome third, Richie West fourth, and Thanos is back up to fifth. Vern Spring sixth, Michael Smith seventh, Jeff Hinkle eighth, DJ Kinner ninth, and Jared Heasley 10th. And we are back under caution. Let's see if we can take a look here, see what happened. Oh, DJ got a little sideways there, and everybody had to check up for him. Looks like Jared got into him a little bit. Oh, just got on the power a little too quick. Not sure if anybody's going to pit since they just did, or if somebody's going to come in if they have a little damage that they think they need to work on. Good thing about short tracks is aerodynamics really do not matter. So if the car's a little bent up, doesn't really make a difference. Definitely some left front damage there on DJ's car from the contact, but as long as the tire's cleared, he should be okay. So on the restart, it is William Mann Jr., Michael Whiting second, Jason Rome third, Richie West fourth, Gerald Poole fifth. Rounding out your top 10 is Vern Spring, Michael Smith, DJ Kinner, Jared Heasley, and Jeff Hinkle. Albie Hewins and Donald Durns are 11th and 12th, and Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel is 13th. Does look, unfortunately, like she did lose a couple of laps because of that previous contact with Donald. Michael Smith sporting a little bit of damage on that right front too. I suspect by the time this race is over, just about all those cars will have at least one or two dents on them. Foreman back up behind the pace car. The pace car drops low here in turn 3, so the Manslammer has elected the outside line on the restart. Obviously, he wants to stay right up where he's comfortable. Green flag's in the air. Underway once again, 42 complete of the 120. Wow, Richie took it right up to the fence. Michael's trying to fight back on the inside, but that's a tough task. He may have to just settle in third behind Richie up towards the high line. Again, your top 5 is William Mann Jr., Richie West, Michael Whiting, Jason Rome, and now Vern Spring. DJ Kinner 6th, Gerald Thanos Poole 7th, Michael Smith 8th, Jeff Hinkle 9th, and Jared Heasley 10th. Although Hinkle appears to have gotten by Michael Smith, and now Jared is trying to do the same thing. There's a little bit of a gap there, so he may be able to move up and get back in line. That's what he does. Good move. Now we're going to try to crank it up again. We've been having some issues with that the last 2 weeks, but I think I have them sorted out, so let's give that a shot. Caution. It's like Richie West has had an incident. Running in second behind the Manslammer. Oh, and just gets on the power just a little too much and looped it around. Managed to keep it off the inside wall, so he did a great job there. Let's see if we can get a little different view of that. Michael Whiting caught a piece of the wall behind him there, coming down the backstretch. Yeah, just a little too much power. Quick reactions though. Great save there, Richie. Okay, we're going to try it again on the restart to see if crank it up works. If it does or doesn't, please let me know in the chat. Be nice to know while we're in the race what's going on with it. But we're going to give it a shot again. Looks like they're forming up, so pace car, the lights will probably go out. Probably restart on this next lap here. I'm assuming the Manslammer will again pick the outside line, since that's worked well for him. Lights are on the pace car, so we will go racing this next lap. Again, William Mann Jr. is still in the front. Michael Whiting running second. Vern Spring third. DJ Kinner fourth. And Jason Romers fifth. Gerald Thanos Pooh sixth. Jared Heasley seventh. Jeff Hinkle eighth. Richie West is recovered from a spin back to ninth. And Michael Smith running 10th. Albie Hewins 11th. And Donald Durrance 12th. And Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel still in 13th. Still a couple of laps, 3 laps back, I believe. Jared got back into the wall a little bit, scraping some more of that plum crazy purple off. Halfway of this time by, and Vern Spring's just gone around. Take a look at that. Looks like he got a little too much power coming off the turn 4, or did he have a little help? We'll have to take a look here. Just a little too much power, and it came around on him. Pretty hard impact on that inside wall. Tore the nose off the car, so he's definitely going to have to use a fast repair with that one. Again, a little over halfway, so the question is, are the leaders going to pit? And it looks like several of the front runners have pitted, but William Mann Jr. did stay out, along with Jason Rome, Jared Heasley, Jeff Hinkle, Richie West, Michael Smith, and Donald Durrance. So Michael Whiting, Gerald Poole, DJ Kinner, Vern Spring, and Albie Hewins pitted. Obviously, Vern needed to for the repair work. I believe since there were no other cars a lap down, Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel, should get the lucky dog, get one of her laps back. So a little bit of interesting strategy to split the tires. We'll have to see if that pays off, but that does leave these front 5 cars or front 7 cars that actually have an extra set laying in the pit. So we'll see if tires make that big of a difference on this restart and as they go forward on the green flag. Looks like lights are out on the pace car, so they'll be going green this next time by. Leaders William Mann Jr., Jason Rome second, Jared Heasley third, Jeff Hinkle fourth, Michael Smith fifth, Richie West sixth, Michael Whiting seventh, Donald Durrance eighth, DJ Kinner ninth, Gerald Poole 10th, Albie Hewins and Vern Spring 11th and 12th, and Nicole Kriesel did get one of her laps back, so she's currently 13th, 2 laps down. Green flag is in the air. Oh, hard contact with Jared and Jason. Big crash. Definitely going to have to go back, take a look at that. Oh, Jared had a little help from the Manslammer. Just got him. Sorry, Jason had a little help from the Manslammer. Got him loose. Collected several cars in that, unfortunately including Vern Spring, who just had to use his fast repair, so that may be it for him. We'll have to see if he can keep it going. Jared Heasley limping back around. Car doesn't look too horrible considering the crash, but we'll have to see if that warrants him coming in. Maybe a good opportunity to just come in, fix some damage, put some new tires on it anyways. Jason Rome along behind, smoking pretty heavily. Manslammer's in. Looks like he's got a fair amount of right front and hood damage. So that leaves Jeff Hinkle on the point with Michael Smith running second, Richie West third, and Donald Durrance up to fourth. Up 9 spots. Good job, Donald. Gerald Thanos Poole in 5th, Albie Hewen 6th, Vern Spring is 7th, but we'll have to see how he does with the damage. DJ Kinner 8th, Michael Whiting 9th, William Mann Jr. comes off pit road in 10th, Jared Heasley in 11th, Jason Rome 12th. Again, another caution, so I think Nicole might get one more lap back, so that might just put her 1 lap down. These cautions definitely working in her favor to get her back in cycle. She got caught up in that early wreck and has been fighting ever since to get back to that lead pack. Michael Smith, despite the damage on that left front, has managed to work his way up into second, so it's been a good run from him. Looks like the lights on the pace car are out. And Jeff Hinkle's picked the outside line. That definitely seems like the preferred choice. Smart move, get up in that groove that you're comfortable in to start with. Green flag's in the air. Jeff has a great jump. Michael Smith looks like was just a little late on the throttle. Donald Durrance is to his outside, fighting for that second spot. Michael Smith manages to slip back up in front. Donald's in third. Richie West running fourth. Looks like Thanos Poole in fifth, and then we've got a dogfight for 6th place. Michael Whiting trying to work his way back through the field. Richie West looking underneath Donald Durrance, and oh, they have a little bit of contact, and Richie goes around. Not seeing a caution. He might have spun down to pit road. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Oh, no, that's from the previous crash. That's not going to work. Let's see if this gives us a little perspective of what happened there. Still no caution. A little bit of contact, and that's why he spun right down onto pit road. Doesn't look like he had any other contact, but definitely set him back. Currently Jeff Hinkle in the lead, Michael Smith second, Michael Whiting up to third now, Gerald Poole fourth, Jared Heasley 5th, DJ Kinner 6th, Donald Durrance to 7th, Albie Hewen's 8th, Vern Spring 9th, Jason Rome 10th, the Manslammer, and Richie West. And we are back under caution. It's like Jason Rome and Vern Spring may have had an incident. Oh, trying to make it go 4 wide there. That does not work, guys. And then Vern crosses back up track. Looks like Nicole managed to get it slowed back down. Doesn't look like any serious damage there, but definitely brought the caution out. We'll move them towards the back of the pack again. Going to assume they're not going to go to pit road, so I'm going to see if I can pull Jeff in real quick. Jeff, it's Mark in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I sure do, Mark. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Probably not as well as you, though, sitting up front here. So is this a little bit of a tire gamble, or do you think you've got good enough tires to run to the end?
It is so hard to pass here. I think I'm going to just stick it out and see what happens. Even if I fall back quite a few spots, I'm still going to be better than I was. So we'll just hang on and see what happens. We've got 40 laps here to go, or more than 40, or less than 40. So we'll just see how it goes. So hard to pass that just taking the gamble.
All right. Well, definitely let's see if track position works out for you, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, Jeff. So, because passing so hard, that track position, definitely going to see if he can make that work. One thing about Jeff is he can save tires, so might be a really good gamble for him with less than 40 laps. Looks like 39 laps to go. Right now, your top 5 is Jeff Hinkle, Michael Smith, Michael Whiting, Gerald Thanos Poole, and Jared Heasley has made his way back up from that previous crash up to 5th. DJ Kinner 6th, Donald Durant 7th, Albie Hewins 8th, William Mann Jr. 9th, Jason Rome 10th, and Vern Spring 11th. Richie West is showing that he has retired the car, so definitely a rough outing for him. Nothing he could really do there, just kind of incidental contact that you get on these short tracks. So it looks like Nicole might have taken advantage of that again and gotten her lap back, so she may well be on the lead lap in 13th. And it looks like Richie did not retire, so he was just on pit road. The scoring system showed him off, but he's definitely still in the fight. Pace car is off. Jeff's got that outside line again, trying to take advantage of making it difficult to pass for the others. Green flag's in the air. We're back underway. First 2 cars of single file, and that looks like they're stacking up 2 by 2, trying to work their way back into single file. Michael Whiting drives it way deep into that corner, trying to get under Thanos for 3rd. Thanos currently holds that position. Can get it in, he just can't get enough power off the corner to be able to pull up in front of Thanos. So Thanos doing a good job of keeping that top lane. A little further back off the roof of Jared Heasley's car. Looks like Michael got a little bit loose off the corner there. He's gotten past Thanos and now trying to make that move around Michael Smith, and it looks like he's going to complete it. Falls into 2nd behind Jeff Hinkle, and then he spins. Oh, nice job, Jared. Slipped through on the outside as everything collected down towards the bottom. Let's take a look back again there. It looks like he just... Yep, definitely got on the power a little too early and caused a little bit of a jam up. Now, with just over 30 laps to go, is anybody going to use that last set, or are they all going to keep playing that track position game? Looks like Michael Whiting definitely had a good car there. Was able to make passes on the bottom, which it looks like not many people have been able to do, but just cooked it in there a little too fast and got it turned around. LB Hewins goes to the pits from second place, so I'm guessing that this is a strategy play with tires. He thinks throwing a set on now might give him an advantage a little bit later on. So the leaders Jeff Hinkle, Jared Heasley now to second, Jason Rome third, Richie West up to fourth, Michael Whiting fifth, Vern Spring sixth, William Mann Jr. seventh, DJ Kinner eighth, Gerald Poole ninth, Michael Smith 10th. Donald Durrance in 11th. LB Hewins currently sitting 12th on pit road, but looks like Nicole is going to come around to maybe collect that spot. We'll have to see. But I believe that has put Nicole back on the lead lap, so that's good to see. She's fought hard for it. She deserves it. Pace car is back in. Jeff keeps that high line for the restart. Green flag, and there's action. I don't know if someone spun the tires or if Jared had a little help getting turned around. Let's take a look there. And it looks like Jason tried to anticipate the start and just drove up underneath Jared, turned him around. Several cars involved, including Michael Whiting and the Manslammer, William Mann Jr. Again, as we said at the start of the race, this is a short track, and tempers do have a tendency to flare, so I'm sure that there's a couple drivers that are not really happy with what happened right there. We are still under green, apparently. Not sure why that did not bring out a caution. Jeff Hinkle's up front. Jared Heasley in second. Looks like a little over 3 seconds ahead is Jeff. Michael Smith third, DJ Kinner fourth, Gerald Poole fifth, Richie West sixth, Vern Spring seventh, LB Hewins eighth, Donald Durrance ninth, and Michael Whiting in 10th. So that little incident there on that restart gave Jeff almost a 3-second lead, which is definitely what he wanted on the older tires, but now it looks like there's several cars here fighting for that second position. Jared Heasley, Michael Smith, DJ Kinner, and Gerald Poole all involved in that fight for second. Looks like Richie West is not that far, and Michael Smith just went around, coming off of 4. Still don't see a caution. Race continues under green. DJ Kinner trying to hold on to that third position with Gerald Thanos Poole right on his back bumper. Again, Jeff Hinkle out to about a 3-second lead. Jared Heasley second, DJ Kinner third, Gerald Poole fourth, and Richie West fifth. Inside of 20 laps to go now. Vern Spring, LB Hewins, and Donald Durrance all fighting for that 6th, 7th, and 8th position. Looks like LB's got a run underneath them. Vern up high, still showing some damage from that earlier wreck. But he had to use his fast repair already, so he's just going to have to live with it. But again, we're at a short track, so Aerodynamics are not as important as they are if this were Daytona or Talladega. So we'll move Albie up to 6th, Vern Sprang 7th, Donald Durrance 8th, Michael Whiting up to 9th, Michael Smith 10th, William Mann Jr. 11th, Jason Rome 12th, and Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel is 13th. And unfortunately, I'm still showing her 1 lap down, so she needs 1 more caution to get herself back into it. And considering it's a short track, there's a good chance she'll get it. 15 laps to go. Jeff Hinkle still on the point. Jared has closed in on him, though, so fresh tires are making a difference, but closing in and passing, that's 2 different things. So let's see if Jared can pull it off. That's brought the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars right into the fight, too, with DJ Kinner, Gerald Poole, and Richie West joining. Gerald sends it down underneath. Just can't get the power down and get back past Jeff. So, but Jared's going to keep trying to use those fresh tires up. There's no point in saving them now with 12 laps to go. Trying to dime in the corner a little bit, get that run off. Driving it down, and he squeezes up in front. Jeff's going to try the crossover on him. Can't quite do it. Pulls back in line, see if he can gather it back up. And Jared gets into the wall a little bit, and that's stacked them up. Now Albie's joined that fight from the 6th place, so we've got the fight for the lead. Jared, Heasley, Jeff Hinkle, DJ Kinner, Thanos. There's a little contact there. Richie West and Albie Hewins. And the caution is out. And Gerald Poole, it looks like, has had an incident. Probably that contact with DJ in turn 1 and 2 is my guess. Definitely a little bit of contact there, just a racing deal, turned him around. Doesn't look like he had hit anything else, but it did bring that caution out. So this will be a shootout, less than 10 laps to go. Again, the leader is Jared Heasley, up 11 spots from his starting spot. Jeff Hinkle 2nd, DJ the Iceman Kinner 3rd, Richie Yellow West 4th, and Albie Hewins running 5th. Vern Sprang is 6th, Donald Durrance 7th, Michael Whiting 8th, Gerald Thanos Poole falls back to 9th after that. And Michael Smith rounds out the top 10. You've got William Mann Jr. and Jason Rome in 11th and 12th, and Nicole Kriesel in 13th. And I believe this will be the lucky dog that will get her back on the lead lap. 112 laps complete, coming to complete 113. So there goes Nicole back on the lead lap. Great job. Great job fighting your way all day. Looks like the Manslammer, Jason Rome, and Donald Durrance all went to pit road to grab tires. Have to see how that pays off for them. They were running outside the top 5, so nothing to really lose there. Maybe fresh tires get you a good restart, get yourself up into a podium, maybe even a win if the cards fall right. It is a short track, so anything can happen. You can see the right side of Jared Heasley's car is pretty well used up. Right rear's been in. Jeff Hinkle, as usual, Mr. Consistency, a nice clean race car. But he definitely has older tires than everybody else in that top 5. So top 5 is Jared Heasley, Jeff Hinkle, DJ Kinner, Richie West, and Albie Hewins. Jared has selected the outside line. 5 laps to go, so it'll be 4 when they cross the stripe taking the green. Pace car is in, working the way through turn 3 and 4. Jared goes a little bit late, trying to get Jeff to jump the gun, but Jeff didn't fall for it. But Richie West is following him through on the outside. See if Jeff can fight back with those used tires. Jared's managed to pull a little bit of a lead, but Richie West is right there. Now the Iceman's trying to fight his way by Jeff for third. Keeping Jeff pinned down. Unfortunately, with those other tires, that's probably going to freight train him. He's trying to force his way back up in front of Vern Spring to get to that outside line. Looks like he was able to do that. Definitely stacked the field up. Thanos is making a run at it. From 6th, trying to get under Vern. William Mann Jr. right behind in 7th. Michael Smith 8th. Michael Weddy 9th. Jason Rome in 10th. So those fresh tires are starting to pay off as we've got 2 laps to go. Now Richie West is looking under Jared to see if he can take advantage of slightly fresher tires and make a run at it, but that may cost him second as DJ Kinner has put himself on the outside there. Richie manages to get enough of a run off the corner to get back up in line. And here we go. Checkered flag, Jared Heasley. Good job, Jared. So the final finishing order is Jared Heasley 1st, Richie West 2nd, DJ Kinner 3rd, Jeff Hinkle 4th, Gerald Thanos Poole 5th, the Manslammer up to 6th, Vern Spring 7th, Michael Whiting 8th, Michael Smith 9th, Albie Hewins 10th, Jason Rome 11th, Donald Durnt 12th, and Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel 13th. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3 here. Starting with DJ, but I don't see him in. So I guess we'll grab Richie West next. Richie, it's Mark in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah, I got you, Mark.
Well, a heck of a run there. Looks like those slightly fresher tires might have been able to pay off for you, but a second place finish, not too bad.
No, it was a good run. I had him there at the end. But again, I didn't want to risk wrecking him. I got a little tight on the inside. I saw him get into the wall a couple times on the last 2 laps, and I knew I could have him on the inside, but I just didn't. Like I said, I didn't want to push it too much and risk ruining both our races. So congrats to Jared on that. He earned it.
Well, excellent job running second. First time visiting this track. What are your overall impressions of it?
I love it. I'm a fan. I like the car track combo. I'm a fan of it. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Excellent. Well, we will see you tomorrow night in the Cup race just down the road in Fontana.
10-4. Thanks a lot and for everything you do up there in the booth.
Well, thank you for all your help in making this possible.
Awesome.
All right, good night.
Good night.
That was Richie West, our second place finisher, and now let's grab our winner. Jared, it's Mark in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Mark?
Well, that was pretty darn amazing. How did you hold him off at the end there?
Just stick the high line and get the run off. It's so hard to pass that we had about 20 laps different on our tires. So he just didn't really have much of a chance, I don't think. With more time, maybe, but he forced himself there. Didn't, just couldn't make the pass.
Okay, so you pretty much wore the right side of that car off, but how do you feel overall with this track car combination?
I mean, it was fun. This is a difficult track, place we've never run before, so I don't know. The track probably not the best way to go. The car, I think, is still very good, but Irwindale, just too hard to pass. Not necessarily a fun choice.
Yeah, it did definitely make it a little bit difficult there. So, Well, congratulations on your first win of the season. Hopefully we'll see many more.
Yep. Thanks, Mark.
All right, thank you. And that's it for tonight here at Irwindale. Again, we will be running in the Cup Series tomorrow night down the road in Fontana at Auto Club Speedway. That is broadcast by Doug Burns on How to Suck at iRacing. I highly recommend that you all come see it. It's quite the show. A lot of very skilled drivers that really know how to get around a track. So, again, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.
This was a presentation of the Burning Rubber Racing League Saturday Series presented by Flaming Karma Paint Shop.